Hello.
Hello.
Have you got paper strips? I just have a few here that we're going to use today. These are skinny little 1/4 inch. And, if you're honest, I bet you have lots and lots of these. So we did a fun card last week. We're doing another one this week. And do you know my upcoming class is 20 different cards. So if you ever wanted to take your paper strips and on one weekend make 20 totally different cards, I have 14 of them done. Well, in fact, since I'm starting this way, this is one we did last week, but I have just tons of different cards here. That's my little sneak preview. So I'll put a thing up, but today we're just continuing. So you will have participated in 2 of the 20. So how fun is that? So glad to have you guys here with us. And I'm going to quickly start. A lot of cold, rainy, windy days. Yeah, it's really cold and windy here.
It's going to snow this evening.
Tracy says, thank you for your service. Yes, this is Veterans Day. And just so
thank you. 50 years ago, I came back from Vietnam, which is weird.
Special day of remembrance for everyone who was served, which is wonderful. I like to start quickly so that if some of you are just anxious to know if you won last week's drawing, so it's kind of fun. This week's drawing was the Seashells Embossing Folder, and this was actually a gift from Sharon Schleifer, which is really wonderful because she ordered 2 by mistake. So this is going to Jean Shoot, and you can message me. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's right. So see, we're on an alliterative thing here. So all you need to do is message me your address. I'll pop it in the mail. For this week, we're going to do a Christmas set because, if you haven't started your Christmas cards yet, you might be just waiting on a Christmas set, or it might be a head start for next year.
It's not even December. Haven't had Thanksgiving yet.
'Tis the season. Us card makers have to plan ahead a little. By the way, this is Karen.
And I'm Tim.
I'm standing on the backboard. We're so glad to have you here. This is Joyful Holly. Oh, we actually should be giving this to Holly Sutton. Her VA, Joyful Holly. I said, what a name Holly. There. Oh my goodness, but I thought I hadn't even noticed that till now. But yeah, that fits.
And
so
what we're wearing, hoodies, we're both on.
Yeah, you can tell it's chilly around here.
My Carhartt hoodie.
Yeah, and
a hat. It's chilly.
Well, and we're not putting the heat up too much yet. So we're okay. So
we never do.
But we like to start with we've got mail
and gifts,
which is so fun. And we're going to start with look what I got in the mail from Deb Witt. We're talking about on my retreat. We were talking about what we drink for tea, and she was saying she was having hot cinnamon spice tea, and I said cinnamon tea, and I said, I've never had cinnamon tea. I'll have to try it. Look what shows up at my doorstep a couple of days later, and this is Harney and Sons Hot Cinnamon Spice.
It's a good company.
So I am going to check that out tonight. Tonight I'm settling in for popcorn, drinking my tea. Why are we settling in tonight?
Well, we're going to watch the big opening ceremony, and I'm the one that makes the tea. So.
And he serves me. He makes the popcorn too. But tonight starts the Stampin' Up! Convention.
Yes, we'll be there.
I'm going to talk about that a little bit later because I'm going to show you kind of the goodies I got for that. But we'll go back to this. We have so much to share today. So today's kind of a little bit different. We just kind of have like a hodgepodge of all kinds of things. Jean, thank you for sharing. Thank you for all of you guys. Sharon saying turn up our heat. Janice, you shared. Thank you. From Karen Meager from Michigan. Whoops, I got to do this carefully. Is that gorgeous? Look at that. That is stunning. Perfect Thanksgiving card or autumn card. Look what we've got, the pumpkins and those. Look at that one leaf done in the glimmer paper that just stands out. And then we've got all the other parts. Oh, that is a beautiful card. Oh, and she even did the inside. And oh, how fun. And a nice note. That is wonderful. Gorgeous card.
On Habitat for Humanity stationery.
Oh, is that what's in there?
And it's with her name, which is your name.
Oh, that's really cool. Can we share a quick story?
Yes, we can.
Tim's one of his very, very dearest friends. Well, one of our dearest friends, but someone Tim has met with weekly for many, many years for coffee is in hospice. And he is 91. 10 years ago, he was still running marathons. So he's had a good, healthy life. But now he's in hospice. And he was the original
Midwest Director of Habitat for Humanity.
I'm going to put this back up on Tim because this is just a personal story. And I'm
Right.
glad you guys indulge us. If you're watching a replay, you don't have the personal stuff, skip ahead.
I can't tell personal stories. I cry.
Yeah.
Orrin, who is dying of cancer, was the original Midwest Director for Habitat for Humanity, and they honored him in such a way. How many years ago?
Just a few.
He's years ago.
In his later 80s. I mean, so really recently.
They-
Whenever Habitat for Humanity must have turned 50, would that be part of it? So it was a big celebration. I'm guessing it was something like that. So they did a big trip to Cambodia.
Yeah, and to build a whole village. And he was so old. He said,
he was invited. They wanted him to come along. They wanted his way as an honorary thing because he has been so important to the organization.
And he went and
he said, don't ask me. I'm too old to do my work. Ask somebody younger. And they said, no, this is an honorary thing. You don't even need to work. We want you there.
And he worked harder than anybody else.
That's what we heard afterwards. He worked hardest of all. Said it was the most amazing, profound experience.
Yep.
So how awesome is that? Orrin is also the one, some of you may know, some of you may not. We were a crisis home for many years here in Hennepin County. We've had over 300 different adults in mental health crises stay with us for short term. And he was the one who got us into that. So he's just been this real theme, an important person in our life. So I said, we have that to credit for him. He just has lived a life of service. And anyway, and now it's at the end, and Tim has been asked to go. He's going to go spend an afternoon with him this week. So, we've had phone calls, and he and Tim still talk regularly. But now the end of his life is also special and meaningful, and that is part of life. But I just had to tell that story because since we saw the Habitat for Humanity. So thanks, guys. And I think we even just thinking of Veterans Day, it's just a time of reflection and
it is
on our lives and people that are important to us in many ways, and may we always honor and remember them. Yes.
I came home from Vietnam in September 1971, and moved in with some old friends I went to school with, Bible school with, and they're still friends. But 4 months later, I went to a church over by the University of Minnesota, and I met Karen Johnson from Jackson.
And we went to high school together, but we haven't been friends. So anyway, that's where it all began.
We've been married for 47 and a half years.
But anyway, okay, enough reminiscing. Yes. And can I also just say, we love hearing your guys' stories. I love when I'm reading things, and I'll often read stories to Tim. And I know sometimes on the YouTube comments or on Facebook comments, and sometimes privately, people say. So I just, I love that we as a community share our lives. This might be the longest.
We're repeating some stories, but it's been weeks later. So if we start repeating the same story within a broadcast,
then
call our kids and say we're concerned.
Yeah, tell us that there should be a month in between, we're gonna click, but anyway, okay. And this is really fun. This is a card from Linda Luke's thanking her for the birthday card. And I want to point out, this is like a postcard, but it's put in a thing. This is, and this would be also could be a single card. But I love that you can do thoughtful notes. Everything we do doesn't have to be like a big card with lots of layers. I just thought, how fun. And she's added those little things. I also think of things like this to put like special notes if you're sending a little gift, or if anyone has lunch boxes anymore, that's kind of what I think about. But just all that kind of stuff. But I love how she just got a little background stamp and then a leaf. It's a very simple but elegant layout. So it's wonderful.
It is.
And then we have from Debbie Alderson from Florida. Oh, how fun is this? This is, it's for my, and she said, this is for my mom. So how cute. And she is using, this is really fun. Remember a little bit ago, we did these different layouts with, guys, I can't even remember the name. That's terrible. Look how she's made hers a whole different way. And it looks very much like a quilt. Mm-hmm. So what a very fun idea.
It is.
Very, very fun. Love that card. And she will love that too. Because, anything with quilting, we always talk about the old days, and it's so fun. Anne Marie, and I cannot read the last Oh, maybe there isn't a last name. From Louisiana. So Anne Marie, there isn't a last name. Oh, and look at how fun this. Oh, this is so cool. Janet Frederick, who's often on here, and she is my downline. This is her a friend that she's introduced to stamping. How fun is that? And she's taken the idea where we shared, we can make 4 cards out of one. And look at that. She's layered it on a contrasting designer series paper. Cool. Gorgeous card. And how fun to get a card from you. So welcome, Anne Marie. It's so fun to have you here.
Or Anne, if your last name is Marie.
Terry Fingerholtz, who came by the other day to pick something up for me and gave me this gorgeous, gorgeous card. So this one was hand delivered. This is stunning. Look at how beautiful this is. I have to show because we have the little inside stamp, but how cool is that? She's got the little inside, but this is just beautiful. We've got that cork paper, the flowers. What a great autumn card, and the thank you. Lovely, lovely layout.
Open that again because of the fold. It's just the way it looks.
Isn't that fun? That was so cool. That is wonderful. That is just beautiful. And then we have another one. This is from Kieran Bailey. And, oh, another one for my mom. How cool is this? So here we have a flower, and these would be like sunshine rays. You can just cut these out. I know sometimes you can get die cuts for these, but you can also just cut them out. But I think what's really cool, look how she's done Get Well on them. That's really a fun idea. That's a great card. And she will love that too. You know, my mom has never been a stamper, but now that we're bringing these cards, it's so fun to talk over every detail with her. I think it's given her a total different appreciation for what I do, which is very cool. Linda Frost from Pennsylvania, and a wonderful letter in here that I will read. Oh, and here's another of those where we did the 4 layouts. Oh, I love what she did. And then adding the pine cones. Isn't that cool how this just becomes your kind of layout thing, and then you can add whatever you want. Belinda, that is gorgeous. I love that. And that is absolutely wonderful. I just have to see if there's, okay. I just wanted to see. Oh, this is from a friend of hers, thanking her for having the class. She made the card herself. And I thought, how cool is that? Oh, you guys are passing on what other people have made. I love it. That's how this all grows and goes. That's pretty fun. Elizabeth Elliott from Tucson, Arizona, where we will be heading for February. Oh, how fun. Oh, this is cool. I'm gonna bring this out to my mom too, because look at this. This is fabric. This is like, I think this is fabric, or it feels like fabric. So it feels like fabric. How cool is that? Just simple and fun, just having fun with cards. That is just really cute. I love it, Elizabeth. Thank you. That is wonderful. Then we have Teresa Courtney from Iowa. You know, this is so fun. Some of you I know, and I've talked to, some I've known for years. Some of you I've never talked with. I said, it's just so fun, but we're all so connected. Beautiful card and a thank you for a class. Love it. See how that's that trifold? Just a great layout. Love that paper. That is gorgeous. Thank you, Teresa. I appreciate that. That's wonderful. I have to come back and read all these. You know, it's just really hard to do that. But here's another cute one. Diane Lowe from rural Minnesota. So, oh, how cute is this? So these are the cards we did last week. So she was on the ball. And look at this. She's got a big fall there. How cute. This is not stamped on paper, but this is just adorable. You know, anything we use, you can use anything for. Things don't need to be stamped up, just you know that. But how cute is that squirrel and that raccoon? Oh, those are fun papers.
And for extra credit, if anyone knows where Bingham Lake is in Minnesota.
And you know, it's fun. You change your paper and these kind of cards all just look really different. I think it's kind of fun, like getting a sneak peek of those animals. You don't see all of them, but it's just a cute. Oh, Tim, you got a veterans card from Ethel Wagner.
Oh, that's
right.
How
cool is that? From Tennessee. And it is a gorgeous card.
It is.
Look at that with the heart. Grateful. That is beautiful. Red, white, and blue. Oh, that's an awesome card. And you know what? It's also an awesome reason to send someone a card.
Yes,
that's just very special.
Thank you, Ethel.
Very, very special. And the last one is from Margaret Springer in Michigan. Oh my goodness, she sent a few. We got a packet here. Okay. Oh, these are fun. Okay. Look. Okay, she sent, oh, this is really fun. These are from,
Maybe it should go by,
Okay,
by,
I'm gonna-
by holiday order.
well, no, I'm going to do it like this.
Okay.
I got to show these three. Do you see these are all from there where we did the quadruple cards? Do
Oh,
you
yeah, I
see
remember
these?
that. Oh,
How cool is that?
I love that.
And these two being Christmas, look how you could do an assortment of Christmas cards. If you aren't someone who likes to do them all the same, but you can do your base card, because look at that is gorgeous with the angel. It's gorgeous with the star.
Yep.
And it's beautiful just with words and that. So those are gorgeous.
And it's happy birthday.
And then this one, we did one like this quite a while ago. Happy Thanksgiving. You guys, you know, names are the first to go, but I don't remember the names of these. But if you remember when we did this kind of fun fold, how this all folds in like this and then comes out. Do you remember that, Tim?
Yes, I do.
How?
I don't remember the name, but
No, but how cute is that?
Yes.
And with a little turkey in it. Oh, these are just very, very fun cards. And I know a lot of you are learning to do screen shares. We talked about we take a screenshot of your whatever. And then we have one more turkey colored in. Those are so cute. Oh, you guys, these are such fun cards to get. We absolutely love.
gobble, gobble.
We love getting cards.
That's
That is
very
so fun.
Thank you, Margaret.
Origami cards. The origami, they were like origami box. Thank you, Nancy. She's putting the word in there. Okay, I have a few more announcements. Not too many, but the third card is missing, but it's around here. This is the card kit for this month. This is the new paper available this month. And you know, you use whatever words you have at home. You get the layouts, everything put together when you place a $50 order through my store or more. And I did already mention the All Good Cards Club coming up. I just want to say it's only $15 a month. If you want to join us, we spend a weekend together each month and you get the PDFs and videos forever. So you can come back to them. You can download them. You can do whatever you want. But we'd love to have you join us. We'll put that one up. So like I said, our next one is going to be all the strip cards, 20 different ways to use up your strips. And so we're just going to create together. You're just going to have a bunch of strips together. So as I mentioned, today starts Stampin' Up's annual convention, and it is virtual one more year. So next year, I'm sure we'll be back together. And oh, I would love to have you join me and go and meet there. So just know that that will be coming. But I wanted to share my gifts since this is what we started. This is a gift that everyone in leadership got that are like silver leaf, I think. I know. But how cool is this? These are really sturdy and they're really fun with that paper because, you know, we like sharing gifts. So I couldn't use them until I shared them first. Then we also got, I have to just show you my goodies here. If you like unboxing, look at this fun. This is my box. Yeah, no, I did move it, Tim.
You
That's
did.
pretty good, isn't it? And look at the inside too, how pretty this is. Oh, okay, I'm gonna move these things, but you know, the box itself is really lovely. We have some fun grid paper. Look at that. And a great bag that I haven't even opened yet. I should do that now. So Tim, I'm going to pack this and be bringing things that I'm going to take to Arizona.
To your lazy boy. Oh, there's a
Oh,
card.
no,
There's a card
but I
in there.
think this is going to be perfect for the car. No, to put things in.
Oh, that's a-
No, we're good.
Very nice.
And this is in honor of that new paper, I think, with that bumblebee. That's really cool. Got some fun pencils, some stickers for taking notes for on stage. And I know what you guys are most interested in are the stamp sets.
Has anyone said anything about Bingham Lake?
Oh, I haven't said that.
That's fine.
It is, everyone's saying it's freezing and blurry. And I have a feeling that's the weather today. And unfortunately, there is nothing. Our end is fine. When you come back to the replay, it should be fine. I think we can't do anything about this inclement weather. So we will forge ahead unless it disappears on our end.
If you see our what do they call it? When you have stuff, your
Frost coming out.
coming, yeah,
Or
out of
you
your-
know, the
out of your mouth,
whatever.
then
Okay.
we know it's freezing.
But this is gorgeous new paper. So we got this and 2 stamp sets. This one has dies to go with it. Blessings of Home. Beautiful. And this one, In the Moment. So we're going to be using, I'm going to show, I did a video, if you saw it last week, showing paper piecing. We did paper piecing a few weeks ago, was one of our things. And I thought, oh, this stamp set just looked perfect for paper piecing. So just some other, I thought, isn't that just fun? I love the stamp set and I love the words. So we're going to use both of these stamp sets today. So I'll kind of do a little preview and combining it with strip cards. So it'll all be good.
Okay, and we've been going for how long? We're just finishing introductions?
I know. So, I put a thing under the
20
replays.
minutes.
I put a thing on YouTube of where to go if you want to see the cards being made. But we love this community and we love that you guys will
Stay
chat with us. So, one more announcement. Next week, only 3 days, the 16th, 17th, and 18th. There is a big sale. 10% off all cardstock, 15% off all ink pads, 20% off all dies from the main catalog. You're not going to want to miss the sale. And if you have at all thought about getting the starter kit, do you realize you can put these things right now for the starter kit? You pick 125 of anything you want. It's on sale for 75. You can stretch those dollars by getting all these things that are on sale on your kit. So if you're interested, let me know. And yes, as demonstrators, I keep getting asked that. When there's a sale, yes, we get our discount on top of the sale price. So that is awesome. I would just love to talk with any of you if you're interested. So just, you can't go wrong. I think we're actually ready. So we're going to make one card twice, and that's kind of going to be the weekly challenge. And then we're going to do, I'm just going to show you what else. Then we're just going to do this fun little wreath, because as long as we're doing paper strips, this is like a little gift tag. And Tim, that's what I'm going to have you help do. So just be prepared, So we'll see. Okay, so I'll show you the two cards. First, you can see what we're doing. I think, aren't these beautiful? And one's like very elegant with those papers. This is the Eden's Garden. And then this one is just colorful with solid strips. So you can use anything. So remember, this is one more idea. So this was an idea we did last week on doing strip cards. This is a different idea. And there will be 18 more come class, but I just love this. And you'll see I kind of did these the same, but they're not matched up. There's nothing about this. I didn't measure anything for any of this. It's just wherever they happen to land, and it's just totally fine. So for this, Tim was in the Army. He got drafted. Somebody was just asking. Yes, he comes from a Navy family. Yes. So he had a couple of brothers that enlisted, but
my parents, my dad and my brothers were really upset that I didn't join the Navy for 4 years to avoid the Army for 2 years. I said thank you, but no.
Yep.
I enjoyed the Army.
So he was very, very fortunate because he ended up being asked to be, doesn't it sound like Tim, a chauffeur for the USO shows? So for a lot of his stay over there, he did not see
4 months.
For 4 months. But because he did not see a lot of action, and that was just a huge blessing because we know how hard that is to come back from. But it kind of fits Tim's personality. I think that he ended up doing something like that. If anyone here is old enough to remember Susie Chapstick from all the commercials, he took her around to USO shows, and also
Sebastian Cabot.
These are old time names.
Yep. So people don't even know who it is.
Yeah, I know. So if you're younger than us, you aren't going to know, because just think how young we were at that time and remember those. So this is a test to see what percentage of our audience is older. So I'm going to talk and work, but anyway, it's all kind of fun. I am going to, for this kind of a card, it is really nice to have a silicone mat, because any glue, I'm not going to worry about anything going off the edge.
And it's hard to see, but there is a buildup.
Yeah, there is. So I'm just putting my glue on here. And this is so easy. Now I'm using, this is 5 inches by 3 3/4, because I'm going to layer it. So you'll see that then I have another layer that's 5 inches by 5 1/4 by 4, and then my base card. But you can also start with this bigger anytime you want to, and then go for making it, cutting it down, if you ever want to do that. Okay, so I'm going to just start at the top where my glue is. And see, this is where it didn't matter. I didn't measure this because I don't really care. I just want a slanted look. I could go slanted this far. I could slant this absolutely any way at all. And then I'm just going to start laying these up. And of course, I'm using 1/4-inch strips, but you could do this with any size strips. And you could vary your strips. That's the thing about taking an idea and making it your own.
And that liquid glue, you can move things around.
Yes, that is really nice. So anytime that my papers are going to butt up to each other like this, I like using the glue. I will use other adhesive if I want space in between because it's too hard to not get the glue in there. But I just love how this works. And of course, as I like to say, this is a fun project to do with kids too. I mean, it is and you can always make your strips wider. I just kind of like this idea. Now, what's great about this mat, notice when I pick this up, any extra glue is just going to stay right there. So now I can take my scissors and just cut off a bunch of these.
So are you going to do the bottom with those?
And then I'm just going to keep on going.
Oh, what a great
Isn't that cool? I think this is, and I'm doing a repeating pattern, but you know, I expect to see all kinds of unusual ideas with this. Over in the Back Porch Stampers, that's where people go put their projects, or on Instagram with hashtag Back Porch
Do you think
Stampers.
I would have done a repeating pattern?
No.
No.
No. Okay, I am done. This is it. I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to flip it upside down and cut all the pieces off. And then we're going to just assemble the card. Now, this piece is, oh, I hate to even tell you what size this is. You know what? I'm not going to. Someone's going to ask. So let me see. It looks like it is, oh, I can't even tell, 2 1/4 by 2 3/4. But the point is, if I had picked a different stamp in this set, let's say I use this, my size is going to be different. So I just knew I wanted this small enough because I'm trying to accent this. So I just picked my stamp and then kind of cut it down to where it still looked good and went 1/4 inch bigger. So it really doesn't matter what size this is. I just hate even putting that in directions because it all depends on what you're going to put in there. Because you know what? Most likely you aren't going to use these exact same colors and or this same stamp set. And that's what makes this fun.
Wait a second.
Okay. Yeah.
Stampin' Up does such a good job of creating new cards. They are just beautiful.
I know. I think they're beautiful. And I love the difference of this. Now, this is with blends, and this is paper piecing. And this is paper piecing, but it could be blends. But so we'll just look at these two. That is just a beautiful image. And both of these are such fun ways to color. Now, since Tim brought this down, I also want to point out, do you realize we could do those stripes and do this whole part as a stripe thing? Or we could do long, skinny strips this way. So I'm working on 20 cards for this class. And my first, this is me, you guys don't know this. And I was trying to think, I'm trying to do kind of an encyclopedia of all the different things. Like, so we have one grouping of this idea. And then I started realizing, oh, that's way too complicated. No, I'm just going to make 20 cards and just have fun with it. Because that's enough ideas. You're just going to never run out of ideas. And sometimes, I know for me, it's helpful to go back and look at something. See, I could look at these two and then I could think, oh, I could take this idea and change it that way. But it's just helpful to have something to start with. So I hope that makes sense. That's kind of how I do it with that. So
I think your mother likes to wait until we're doing Facebook Live before she calls
I know.
you.
I think she calls every week during this time. I'm actually not even going to put those together because I'm just going to let that dry and do that afterwards. But we'll do one more then while I'm at it. Of course, we'll do one more, Tim, if I have a white square. White.
That one?
No, a bigger square.
Bigger square.
Well, I just might not.
Well, no, I think you have to.
Okay, you entertain people a moment while I'll go get my missing piece.
What can I do to entertain you? What can I say? It's been a good life, and it's nice to reminisce. And it's nice to have Karen in charge of this business because I don't think I do a very good job.
And Karen has enough trouble too, but we just feel like you guys are all friends. You like us anyway, and we like spending time together and laughing and enjoying life. Yes, my background is just plain white cardstock. And so let's make this one, let's do this a little differently. Let's make a steeper incline just for the fun of it. Okay, so I'm just going to put my paper here any way I want. This one is with the Eden's Garden. And I'm going to, again, start at that. The other thing that's nice about this Tombow glue that I'm using, it's the all-purpose liquid glue. When it dries clear, so you don't really have to worry about, see, like I just got, I got a little too much. I had a little excess on this one, but that's okay. Okay, and then I'm just going to go through and do the same thing. Let's see what else. Oh, we'll do that one. Okay. Okay, and things can.
You need a Kleenex.
Yeah, these can slide a little, which is actually nice about the glue. I don't know. I just get a little messy. Who else gets messy? It just is what it is. Okay. I'm just going to keep going and find some more in here. Let's see what else. I don't like that backsides. Okay, we'll do this one. Whoops. And I just love, so silicone mat is a great stocking stuffer if you have anyone that you get little gifts for. If you don't have, I usually have 2 out at a time in my desk. And I do have a couple more strips. I'm going to keep on going. Okay. Let's see if we can fit one last little one in. I've got that last little.
Oh, and that's small.
Oh, I do have an extra piece here. I didn't know if I had an extra little thing. Let's see if there's any glue on that one to stay. Okay. Now, again, I'm going to let that all dry. Wow. Yeah, I think I'm going to need, you know what? I'm going to trim that one off. Here's the other thing you can do. Once these are done, if you have any little part you don't want, I'll just make the card that much smaller. That's why sometimes it's even nice to work with a little bigger piece than you are expecting to have at the end. And because I'm going to just come as close as I can with these, I will go put them through my guillotine and make them perfectly square lines, or straight lines, not square, straight lines before I actually assemble the card. But I wanted to do this to just give an idea of how this is going to look. Because look at this, it's going to be different now than this card, but that's going to be really cool too. I love it. So how fun is that? So I will put these up, and this is, oh, Tammy says baby powder helps with excess sticky residue. That's a good idea. Now I know I just let my things dry and then I come back and I cut them and I'll finish those cards. So that is our weekly challenge. Anything like this with these little strips. But then I thought, as long as we have this out, let's just do this for fun. I think this would be a fun gift tag, kind of fun to do at Christmas. And again, if you think this looks hard, just ask a child to teach you. And this is going to see if this brings back memories for any of us.
A gift tag, but not a bookmark. It's a little fat for a bookmark.
A little fat for a bookmark, yeah. So you're going to see here, who has ever done this before? So this is where we're taking a 1/2 inch by 12 inch of anything. So there's going to be yours, Tim. And it's going to take 2 of these to make. Does this look familiar to anyone? I just think, oh, look, I didn't mean to. Oh, I could do this one the same. I was actually thinking I would have those the same side showing, but I don't think with this it matters. Okay, so this is kind of like going down memory lane here. Okay, Tim, this one's yours.
I don't remember any of this.
And this is what you're going to do. You're just going to fold this over. Oh, this is when we could have told our stories.
Yes.
Because we're going to just sit here and fold.
Okay, so.
Okay, who's doing this with us?
Which direction you go next? Back?
So you're going over. You're always just going over.
Okay, and back and forth.
Yeah, and you're just alternating. Okay, who's done this? Oh, good. You guys are liking this. The gift tag itself, yes, is a punch. And it is, oh, do you see I just did 2? It's saying, yes, it's one of the punches. And I am letting it hang loose like that. So I just think that looks pretty on a,
if I get
thing. So
like I get chopsticks with my Chinese food, and I do this with the sleeve that the chopsticks come out of. I do this all the time.
Well, Tim, we finally,
no wonder
we finally found a use for that. We'll have to tell Hank that, all that thing you do, we can actually make cards like this. Yes, this would be a fun thing to do with kids. And of course, you could make these thicker. I didn't play with more sizes. I'm sure you can make them thicker. You just might need to make more of them, to turn them into a thing. But if you're going to make a whole bunch of these, this part is what you would do while you're watching TV or watching us on video or some such thing. Okay, a bunch of you have done this before. I think that sounds fun. With gum wrappers, yes. Mara, that's exactly what we do with gum wrappers. And did you ever realize that now there's a whole nother function for all these things we learned?
And did you realize, Karen, that this is a race?
Oh, it is. Are you thinking you're beating me? So you want me to look at more comments and respond to them?
Yes. Oh,
okay.
I'm getting kind of cocky and I just.
Gum wrapper belts. Oh, yeah. Oh, you guys had it so fun. I totally forgot about that. Yes, with the gum wrappers.
Down. Oh, I had it going so well. Why am I bragging?
So if you do anything with these, put them in the back porch stampers too. This is just a little like a fun little project to do.
Okay, the third message down, Karen. It's going to disappear quick. Can you read it?
The grandkids love them. Diana says, okay.
See?
And if your grandkids or your kids or nieces or neighbors, if they do this with gum wrappers, this is a cool thing to show them how they can make some fun package ties for Christmas. I think they would love doing that.
Thank you, Diane.
Okay, Diana, you just, Diana just did okay. Look at that. Now, how cool. And they're kind of like snakes.
Accordions.
Okay. And I'm going to use, I love my little glue dots. I'm just going to put a little glue dot here on the end. And I just close it up and press it.
Okay, give me glue dot on this end.
Yep. I'll put one on the open end. This end. Okay. Well, Tim, how come yours has this excess at the end?
Well, I didn't cut it off.
No. Did I? No, I'm teasing him. You may or may not have excess on the end. Okay, we'll cut this off. I love it. And hopefully I didn't cut off any folded part.
Karen's been working at this craft for like 27 years. I have been working at it for about 2.7 minutes.
Well, if we put all of Tim's crafting time together,
whoa,
it would be the amount of times you see him on video, because he does not craft with me. People always say, oh, you're so lucky to have a husband sit and craft with you. And I go, you don't get it. Tim is a performer. He is not. He appreciates crafting, but he is not a crafter.
Not as much as I appreciate attention.
Yeah, that's right. It is all about the attention for him. Now, how cool is this?
Oh, we're going together.
That's why we needed to both do them. Is that just fun?
Very cute.
So we're just going to close that up, and you guys, and then look, and we're going to close up the other one, and there becomes our wreath. We might as well do that one too. So who's been paid? Oh, Karen says we're a bright spot in our day. I'm so glad you will laugh with us. Life is too short. We need this time to just hang out and laugh. So we are so fortunate, and we know it, to be doing this and being able to have fun with all of you guys. And I am looking forward to this next couple of days. I'm still available by phone or anything, so do message me. But apart from that, I'm going to be holed up with doing this, I think. Now, how cool is that? So I'm just going to squeeze that.
Very cool.
And we have a very fun little wreath. So that's what we just put on here. Tasha added a little ribbon.
My goodness.
So these are just some fun ideas. And so now you guys can get to creating and putting things over in the back porch stampers. I feel like I gave a ton of announcements today. So if you missed anything, message me or put a question and I'll come back and answer it. But because we have a lot going on, but it's very fun.
25 minutes of announcements and 15 minutes of card making.
Yes. And Sharon, you do 2 to make a wreath. So you can do it with a friend like I did, or you make 2. But if you're making, wouldn't a dozen presents under the tree look just pretty with these as a thing? So you would just, when you're watching TV, you just cut enough paper to make, and you just make your wreaths that way. And then you can do it. That's kind of what I just think is kind of fun. So anyway.
And if Karen and I weren't friends, this wouldn't work.
Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful weekend, whatever you're doing. Let me know if you have any questions, and watch for that sale next week on the 16th. And if you have any questions ahead of time, if you want to just talk to me about whether the kit. Because I can just say a thing. If you are brand new, the kit is an awesome deal. Any one of you that has a long wish list, that's who it's for. So if you're new and just getting started and you don't have anything, you have a long list. And if you're avid, but you like to have everything in the new catalog, because did I mention the other cool thing is in December, you can order from the January catalog if you buy the starter kit. So anyway, it's all fun and good, whatever you want to do. And we love you guys crafting with us. Have a wonderful weekend.
Did you do that?
Oh, and there was a host code. I did forget that. You can
Yeah.
always find it at
And
KarenTitus.com.
There was names.
Nope.
I thought this was that.
Nope.
Okay.
AJK 3BN K7. I haven't seen any sentences yet. That doesn't mean I could be behind. I will go check that out immediately. Thanks, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.